Noah, and you're listening to Frey. Starting right now, here's your host Alfredo Leon.
Back out, this is indeed Frey as Truex Jr. ended one of the most successful and dominant seasons in NASCAR history after he was crowned the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series championship on Sunday after winning the Ford EcoBoost 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. Here's Truex speaking on the title and who he dedicated it to in an emotional interview and more.
A lot of it was for her, a lot of it was for me, a lot of it was for this team. It's just, I don't even know what to say. We just never gave up all day long. We didn't have the best car. I don't know how we won that thing. Never give up, dig deep. I told my guys we were going to dig deeper than we ever have today. And 20 to go, I thought I was done. They were all better than me in the long run all day long. And I just found a way. I found a lane that I could use, and I found a lane that was blocking enough of their air that they couldn't use it, and it was just made it happen. I can't believe it. I've wanted this since I was a little kid, and just never give up, man. Never give up on your dreams no matter what happens, what kind of crap you go through. But thank you, Barney. I wish you were here, buddy. Thank you, Johnny, and all our partners this year. What can I say about this team? Colburn, Jazzy, Pete, all the road guys, the guys in Denver. You guys are the best, man. They worked their guts out for me, and I don't even know. This is unbelievable. Dream come true. I don't even know. I couldn't even talk on the caution lap. So just really thankful, really grateful. Thank you to fans, and we're gonna party it up tonight.
Truex also spoke about on the road it took for him to get the championship.
It's just overwhelming. To think about all the rough days and the bad days, the days that we couldn't run 20th, to be here. I never thought this day would come, and to be here is just it's unbelievable.
He also had a message to deliver to the fans.
Thank you guys so much. All your support helps us, pushed us through tonight. Helped Sherry with her battle, all the positive info and the positive mojo. We couldn't do it without the fans, and I couldn't do it without this team. I couldn't do it without Sherry, all the support. You guys here, NBC, Fox, earlier in the year, was just a dream season, and I was going to be gutted if we didn't win, but I was still going to know that we gave it our all, and luckily it was enough tonight.
Truex's girlfriend, Sherry Pollux, also spoke about Truex's win.
I told him that's why you never give up, because these guys are so cool. That's been our motto all along, ever since I started my cancer battle. It's just, we were never going to give up. And we didn't.
She also spoke about how she and Truex got through the bad days to the point that they got, and how far they came along.
Yeah, well, I think to his point, everybody's battling something. Everybody's fighting something in their life, or not just cancer, but just any kind of struggle that they're going through in their life. And we always say if you can fight a struggle with a positive attitude and just have a smile on your face and find the good and the silver lining in everything, in the end, you'll come out. Karma will pay you back, and good things will happen to you. So we try to do as much as we can with our foundation, and Sherry's strong to help other people. And I keep telling Martin, if we continue to do that, good things will happen to us, and this is the best thing that could happen.
Truex had an unbelievable season, and as the journeyman driver beat Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Brad Keselowski, who are all former series champions, to get his first chip. He was mobbed by his Furniture Row Racing team. He also didn't forget Dale Earnhardt Jr., as Jr. celebrated with Truex after Truex won his first title, who hunt together and even own property together. Jr. finished 25th in his final race in the 88 car for Hendrick Motorsports. They also raced on the same team, as well as when they were a part of Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, and had another reason to come together. That was to celebrate Truex's crown. Earnhardt Jr. was the one who helped give Truex his shot when he lured him away from New Jersey to North Carolina for a racing career. Truex won 2 Xfinity Series championships while driving for Earnhardt's second-tier team. Here's Truex speaking about Jr. coming to see him after he won the championship.
It was so awesome because, Dale gave me my opportunity to move to North Carolina to race cars for a living. And, I wouldn't be here today without him. My path would for surely be different. I wouldn't have won 2 Xfinity championships right out of the gate. There's a lot of things that would be different if it wasn't for Dale. And just the friend he's been over the years, the mentor that he's been to me over the years. it's been amazing. He's such a great person, and he's changed a lot throughout the years, I will say, from when I met him to who he is now. But he's always changed for the better. And he's just been an amazing friend and always been there no matter what I needed. But yeah, I mean, Dale's meant so much to me, and to see just how happy he was, genuinely happy tonight to come to Victory Lane, and I love him like a brother. And I'm so proud of his career, who he is, and the fact that this sport means so much to him that he's going to stay around next year and do TV. And you know, we had hours of sitting around at our hunting property together drinking beers a couple weeks ago, and he's so excited about that, and that made me feel so good for him that he was ready to move on and do something different. He was so passionate about it. He's like, I'm going to work as hard at this as I did at racing cars. You know, that's a big step. So I'm really proud of him, and it meant a ton that him and Amy came over and said congratulations and just genuine happiness. And that's what friends are all about, true friends.
Here is Junior offering his congratulations to Truex.
Congratulations to Martin. No matter who won that championship tonight, we had 4 amazing race car drivers that would have represented the sport. But I am happy that Martin did it. What an accomplishment for his life. I've known him so long, man. So I'm glad to see him accomplish that for himself and his family. Incredible.
Truex, who was the regular season champion, was the favorite to win the title. He was dominant in nearly every statistical category all year. He led the most laps, won the most stages, and his victory was his series best, 8th in 2017. It was also the first championship for Denver-based Furniture Road Racing. It was also the second title in 3 years for Toyota. Busch finished second for Joe Gibbs Racing, helping Toyota, who was the most dominant manufacturer this season, and went 1-2 in the finale. He spoke about finishing in the runner-up position.
Gave it everything we had. We gave it our all, so congratulations to 78. They deserved it probably on every other race, but today I thought we were better. Doesn't matter, though. They were out front when it mattered most, so just unfortunate for us that caution came out and kind of ruined our race strategy, and we weren't able to get back to where we needed to be, and then I had to fight way too hard with some of them other guys trying to get back up through there, but that's racing.
He also spoke about what caused them to lose the title afterwards.
Battling with the 22 there, just wasting too much time with him. He held me up. He was there blocking every single chance he got, so got a real buddy there. But again, that's racing. That's what happens.
The thing is also is that Kyle Larson wound up finishing third, and he was eliminated from the playoffs in October in a Chevrolet for Chip Ganassi Racing in the 42 car. Harvick, who was trying to win his second title, finished fourth for Stewart-Haas Racing in the 4 car. Here is the rest of the top 10 as Chase Elliott finishing 5th, driving the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports for the final time before he moves over to the 9 next year. Joey Logano finishing 6th, driving the 22 car for T. Penske. His teammate Brad Keselowski finishing 7th in the 2 car, who was unable to deliver T. Penske a season sweep of the 2 top American racing series. Penske won the IndyCar title in September. Matt Kenseth was finishing 8th and was likely his final race driving the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Here's Kenseth speaking about how he felt in his final 20 laps driving the 20 car.
I didn't think about much the last 20 laps except for trying to get by the 2 car, to be totally honest with you. Obviously last week was a magical week, race to win that race, and then this week it's been really fun. The pre-race stuff was really fun. I was glad Katie was able to get down here, and all having the kids here, my dad and my sister and everybody was really fun. Obviously what DeWalt did with this paint job and Habitat for Humanity, but doing my rookie paint job was cool as well. So it was a really cool day, but once you start the engine, really didn't think about anything, to be honest with you, except for trying to go out and perform the best you can and try to win that race.
Here's more from Kenseth on what his legacy in the sport will be.
I always answer this wrong. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, people make up their own minds. Some people are going to like you, some people aren't, some people are going to respect you, some people won't. So, whatever people think, they think. I did the best I could every week. Didn't always do the right thing, that's for sure, but raced as hard as I could. And at the time, I always felt like I was trying to do the right thing and gave it my all every time I went to the racetrack. So, that's all I could do.
Kenseth also spoke about what he'll miss the most after his retirement.
Man, I don't don't know. I guess the fans, you hear them yelling right now. And last week was really, really neat when I was doing that backwards victory lap, the Polish victory lap like Quickie did at Phoenix, ironically. And you could hear the fans screaming through the window. And just all the respect that they've, shown me the last couple weeks has been really, really humbling. So probably I'll miss that the most.
Also, the other notable finishing ninth is Danny Hamlin driving the 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Ryan Newman finishing 10th, driving the 31 car for Richard Childress Racing. Other notable finishes include Jimmy Johnson finishing 27th, driving for Hendrick Motorsports in the 48 car, and Danica Patrick finishing 37th in her final full-time race after a crash. Here is Danica speaking about it afterwards.
I hit the wall in 3 and 4 and got a tire rub, blew right rear. I think it was a right rear. Yeah, it's kind of just the story of the year. It's kind of, all the things that pointed in the direction that I ended up going was like, I'd start to run better and just things would happen. And, yeah, that was my fault. I mean, it's my fault I hit the wall, but, I asked if it looked okay and they said it looked all right, and then it blew, so.
He also spoke about her running in the Daytona 500 as well. Here it is.
Yeah. Sure. Let's hope I don't end up in the medical center.
Also, despite the success, also after he finished 11th in points last season, Truex Jr. was the first atop the driver standings with 5,040 points. Busch was second with 5,035 points. Harvick finished third, respectively, in points. Despite the success that Truex had with Earnhardt Jr.'s second-tier team, it took a while before his career took off. He had a ride with DEI, which folded, and then moved into the Ganassi lineup. He was able to find success when he drove for Michael Waltrip Racing, but was snared in an MWR cheating scandal that cost him, with Truex specifically, his job and led to the eventual shutdown of the organization. He did mention earlier in the week that he worried he never raced again at the NASCAR's top level until Barty Visser called. Visser didn't show up for the celebration as he's recovering from a heart attack and watched his team win their first championship with him as the owner after he bought it, after he acquired the team with millions of his dollars. Watching on TV in Colorado, it worked out for Truex. What an incredible run for Truex. He was the favorite, even though he didn't have the most dominant car at Homestead. It looked like Kyle Busch was going to win, and I didn't want Busch to win, but it felt good because Truex won. He never won before. Busch, Harvick, and Keselowski have already won chips, and Truex never won a chip, and he finally got his first chip, which is incredible what he was able to do. He didn't have the most dominant car, like he said, but because of what he did all year, I'm not surprised that he won. It would have been incredible it would have been something had he not won, and he probably would have been very disappointed, especially on the domination he has. Because, like I said, you never know when you'll come back into one of these opportunities. These opportunities don't come very often, and it's important to take advantage of the opportunity whenever you can, because it doesn't happen that often, and who knows when you have a chance to go back. So it's important to try to win that championship, as that's a big, important thing and a big accomplishment in a career, especially for Truex, as this is his biggest accomplishment he's ever done in his career. What a dominating year he had, winning 8 races, winning the regular season championship, having the most stage points, leading the most laps. It's unbelievable what he was able to do this year, and a well-deserved championship for Truex. Congratulations to him and Cole Pearn and the entire Furniture Row team that they were able to do this, as is well-deserved. And it would have been major disappointed had they not won. And it was a favorite as well, so I wasn't surprised that he won the championship, even though he didn't have the most dominant car, even though Busch, the way he was performing, should have won the championship, but because of what happened with the caution coming out later in the race, after Truex and Harvick got out of pit road earlier, and then the caution came out later, and when Busch was trying to catch him, and he couldn't, and then later in the race, after what he said about Logano holding him off, and it took him a while, that probably forced Kyle to use up a lot of his stuff, and Martin not being able to be behind Kyle Busch, and Martin Truex Jr. was able to hold on, and Truex was able to get the championship, and well deserved. Busch had a couple chances to try to pass Truex, but Truex was able to hold him off, and that's all that counts there. Pretty incredible there. As far as Dale Earnhardt Jr. is concerned, we're gonna do a next video. We'll talk about Junior specifically. We talk about his career and everything like that. So stay tuned for that. as far as Patrick is concerned, Danica, well, it's unfortunate how it ended her career, but she's going to be back for the Daytona 500, so that's something there. But with Kenseth, what a way to wrap up his career, winning 2 Daytona 500s. He won a Daytona 500 in 2009 and 2012, and winning the championship in 2003. His biggest accomplishments of his career, and what a career he had. Also rocking the paint scheme that he had during his rookie year 2000 was pretty incredible and pretty cool, which he beat Junior for Rookie of the Year that year. Pretty incredible, as that was an incredible accomplishment for the accomplishments that he had in his career, winning the championships and the Daytona 500s. Incredible. And what a career, what a way for Kenseth to go out with a nice top 10. Nice way to end it. That's the way you want to end your career if this is the end for Kenseth, and it's pretty incredible. But as far as the championship is concerned, with Truex, incredible what he did. Busch finishing second. Keselowski, he was the underdog, and not surprising that he finished 4th in points, even though he had to have a miracle in order to come back for what he did with the championship. But it was just incredible what Keselowski tried to do, forcing other guys to go to pit road earlier, like Truex and Harvick, trying to do something different for what Busch was doing during the race, because Busch was just dominating. And if it weren't for that caution in the race, Busch would have been the champion, and he would have been his second title in 3 years instead of the first for Truex, which is better that way because you want a different champion in NASCAR. You know what? Always, as great as some of these guys winning championships, multiple, that's what they want. Kind of was okay with and happy with Truex winning it because he never won it before, especially all the stuff what happened with his wife, with his girlfriend Sherry, and her going through cancer and everything like that. It's just a feel-good moment for him and her and the whole team at Furniture Row Racing. It was just a feel-good story and sort of a Cinderella winning the race, but not surprisingly that as well. But it was just a feel-good moment, and what a great way for him to go out on top for the season. See if he could keep going. It was just incredible. 8 wins, like I said. It's just unbelievable domination for Truex, and congratulations to him. A well-deserved honor and a well-deserved for what he did, especially what a tough race he had, struggling. Didn't think he had the best car, and he was able to get it done. And congratulations to him, and well-deserved. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, guys, peace.